Okay, welcome to a Sunday, beautiful day. Gotta admit, I'm in a really good mood because I've got a hell of a fantasy football team. There, I said it. They're crushing right now. I'm 3-0. It's a work league. Work leagues matter, as you know, because when you go to work, right? It's just like I can't look people in the eye when my team sucks. And so this year, I'm actually kind of walking tall at work. I know it's all luck. I know it's not skill, but it matters. Weirdly enough, Josh Allen, Kamara, and Chase are my dudes, and they're crushing every week. So that's kind of exciting. And I don't even think I can win money. I think it's like $10 or something. But it's still just the idea. I don't know. Somehow, I don't know. I just get way wrapped into it, which is weird because I'm not typically that guy. So you understand, I know. The story is going to be inversion collapsing, getting shallower. Today, here's the profiler. This is this morning at Fort Ord. Shows the inversions, the blue, and with the hotter colors on top, the oranges and the reds. That's hot air. The cooler colors are the cool air. That line between them is your inversion because you got hot air above cold air. That's absolutely stable, right? That's a stable environment, and that's why fog forms. Shows you kind of where, just shows you how strong the upper level high is too, because it's pinching down, and that's what's going to happen. When I show you this tomorrow, the inversion is going to be pinched down below 1,000 feet, most likely. If actually, it probably even just go away, right? Because it's just going to go right down to the surface. Santa Cruz is forecast to be 90 degrees tomorrow. So we'll look at that. I know it's kind of confusing because it's one of those weird graphics that goes from right to left on the timeline. So on the right side of the timeline is yesterday, and all the way on the left side, it's like we read right to left, but this goes left or right to left. We read left to right. That just screwed everybody up. But anyway, everything on this side of the chart is now. And that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at that thing pinch down tomorrow and heat up. So here are the forecast numbers for tomorrow. Upper 90s. San Jose could easily make 90-something degrees. Oakland might go 88 degrees. These are really high temperatures. It's going to do a couple things. It's going to really create fire danger, and it's going to mess up the air quality, and it's going to turn your PG&E bill is going to go off for about 3 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The thing I always think about this time of year is, and as we all should, because it's California. I mean, the Indians and the Spaniards and the early settlers, they know what time. It's the same feeling they had that we have. They know that this is the time of year. They knew that this was the time of year when the great fires could occur because of these offshore winds. And so that's where we are, but we're not seeing the forecast for big offshore winds. So got the fingers crossed on that. I see some wind, but kind of got a little westerly component to it. To be interesting to see. So there's not a real signature footprint for Diablo winds. There'll be some, but not, because here's the deal with fire, especially in California. If you can have heat and low humidity, which we will have, in which we will see a heat advisory, maybe an extreme heat warning, we might see a red flag warning based on humidity and temperature. But I'm telling you, you get a fire start in humidity and temperature with no wind, they'll crush it. They'll crush it. You get a fire start in humidity, no wind, and wind, it's harder to crush, obviously. You can't stop fires when it's blowing 50, 60 miles an hour. So not seeing that. So today, tomorrow hot, today warmer, tomorrow hot. Temperatures will get into the upper, you'll get 98 in Santa Rosa, Oakland 88, San Francisco 84 degrees tomorrow. Temperatures will continue to be warm on Tuesday. These are some more temperatures for tomorrow. Look at San Jose at 95, Concord at 99. That's one click away from 100 degrees, so very doable. I know I did make the mistake of saying last week, I don't think we're going to see any more 100s. And then the model switched up, and boom, the model suggests that, most certainly we could see some 100s. And if not, mid 90s, upper 90s this time of year with the shorter day is pretty impressive. So Tuesday, hotter. Tuesday will probably be the hottest day of the week. And then Wednesday, the fog starts to come back in. It'll be hot inland, but you notice the coast and the bay on Wednesday will be slightly cooler. And then Thursday, Friday, fog comes back. Here's the other caveat. We're not looking at any real breaks in the heat, though. It's going to stay pretty hot through, the next week too. It's going to go up and down a little bit, but it's not like we're going to go right into a cool period. We're going to stay very warm for the first couple of weeks of October. again, not really unusual, but again, my spidey sense gets going because I do worry about fire. All right, this is a shot I love. Let's see if we can pull this up for you. This is the Mount Tam looking down towards, from sunrise on, looking down towards the peninsula. Isn't that beautiful? And that's a deeper marine layer. That's where the Mount Tam's at over 2,300 feet. So the marine layer is easily 1,800 feet here. And then you can see it, oh, isn't that beautiful? You see Montero Mountain kind of peek out there. This is over the last 6 hours. We can do it again. We'll go over to, let's go over to this guy. This is the same camera, but now we're looking more towards Bolinas Ridge and in those areas. So this is the same thing. We're gonna watch the sun come up. This is kind of this is the Marin County watershed. You see the fog kind of coming into Fairfax, getting over the hills, a deep marine layer, and they look like little islands. And then it kind of drifts away and then it pinches down. Now this also is sort of an indicator that we're going to see temperatures on the increase if the fog went away. I just noticed something really cool. Check this out. Oh, let's go do it again. Yeah, watch Bon Tempe. And that's the wind shifts. So you're getting. Maybe you didn't see it. Let's do it again. I should do this again. Okay. So I was just watching the surface of the water. See where the winds come in? That bluer water is gusts of wind. So you got a little south wind as that fog clears away. Just a sidebar. Okay, so here's the fog. And then we were just looking at it. And then here it is at Point Reyes. Here it is in San Francisco. Here it is in Monterey Bay. Probably not going to do a heck of a lot of clearing today, but more than yesterday. You can already see it fracturing. And you can also see the shear here where the wind is blowing kind of northwest and it's blowing that fog apart. Fog is having a tough time existing. Fog gone tomorrow. One more look at the profiler, and that's what we said, about 1,800 feet for the depth of the inversion. And then this is the model, and this is vorticity, and you're like, this works best in the winter, but I like it because it's easy to see. There's not too much going on here. Upper level winds, jet stream, and here is California, and here, let me back up a little bit here. I'm going to run the model through. So you see California, there's the ridge. See that ridge, that little bowl? That's the ridge building up, coming in, building up. Now we're into like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then this little guy comes up from the south. Let's see what day that is. That is Wednesday morning. And so Wednesday is the beginning of the cooling, and you can kind of see that little southerly right there, that little move. That's our cooling mechanism. So I'll back it up again. See the broad ridge, how it's broad over the top? Those are hard to break up. That's why we're getting 3 days of heat. And I've seen ridges like this last for a long time. When they're broad, they're hard to cut out. It's when they get amplified and real sinewy and just straight up and down. This is a broad ridge, and they don't move very easily. This one does pinch down. That comes in. This guy comes in. That's a Wednesday cool down. And then you'll see this scoop comes in here as we get into next week. Well, I think that's Saturday next week. And that'll be interesting. That'll be a cool down. But when it goes by, you're going to get another ridge. This is the time of year, right? You get the low comes in and the high jumps in. See the high jump in again? But then we get a little break from these. A couple of tropical storms or disturbances. See it coming up from the subtropics down around Baja. That'll be interesting too. That's a little spooky because that could be thunderstorms. So all we're doing here is looking for, it does it again too. It's very active, South Pacific or Southern Pacific, not Southern Pacific, Equatorial Pacific. A lot of this stuff's coming up from there. Wow. Well, we'll see. Again, that's kind of, when you get out that far, it's a little bit fantasy land. Here's Ocean Beach, and you can see that it is, the swell's there. Surf's been okay. Not as much bird life. I was in Santa Cruz on Friday, seeing Dad, and I didn't see as much. It's like the anchovies was kind of cooled off a little bit. And then this is Stetson Beach, and I always get a kick out of it. It's kind of cute because Dad goes, "We're going to the beach, right?" And it's the kids like, "Yeah, where's the sun, Dad? Did you bring any? What'd you bring? What are we gonna do?" Awesome. That kid's getting wet for sure. Check it out. Dad's going, "Don't go in the water." He's like, "Okay." And literally in the next hour, his shorts will be full of sand because he's going in the water. This is Pleasure Point, and everybody surfs. It's awesome. Everybody's really nice. I was actually surfing out there Friday. People are really nice, but there's a lot of them. So fog. So what's the plan? It's going to heat up next couple of days. We're going to cool down a little bit towards the weekend, and then or towards Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then it's going to kind of heat back up again. So this is that time of year. So nothing crazy, but it definitely bears paying attention to. Okay, we'll see you back here tomorrow.